These are better with cheese, but I'll manage.
Best with mustard.
Like a corn dog without the corn dog.
It's a corn dog without the corn, or without the dog.
Excuse me.
There's no dog in there. He just delivered our load in New York City.
In the Bronx.
In the Bronx. Right over there, that's Rikers Island. Now we are going to attempt to get safely out of the city.
It is 9 o'clock in the morning, and I've got to go back through New York and go south into New Jersey to pick up our next load. And it's a Monday. Here we go!
We are headed to Piscataway.
Pat's Cataway.
I don't know how to say it. Piscataway.
I don't know.
That was going to take us back to Carroll, Iowa. Here's some daytime New York scenery for you. We have recently survived the trials of New York City. As you saw from the video, people be driving all kinds of crazy up in there.
Going in, not a problem. 3 o'clock in the morning, there was virtually no traffic. Coming out at 9 o'clock in the morning, there's traffic.
There's traffic everywhere. My biggest complaint would be is that route markers are not very good.
It's not clearly marked, especially when you're driving something as big as a semi, and you're trying to look far enough up the road to see the signs and everything. And when you do see the sign, you got to change 4 lanes of traffic in the length of a block, people don't move. We missed our turn at least twice, but
it was an adventure. The one that I hope you guys enjoyed watching way more than we enjoyed making it.
yeah. But as our reward, Chick-fil-A.
Hell yeah. Oh, and Auntie Annie's pretzels.
Pretzels.
So now we feast.
People up here drive like assholes,
Nice people.
but you meet them face to face. I've always had good positive experiences talking to people from New York and the Bronx and New Jersey and all that.
Yeah,
But-
me too.
Y'all just drive crazy.
Given the amount of smog,
Oh,
I don't know how you guys live here. We're in Newark,
when we came
and you
in,
can barely see across the street. At one point, due to our wrong turn, let's just say we crossed part of the street where they're doing construction, and they had these metal plates.
I don't want to know how big of the hole was I just drove over.
And I watched the car ahead of us drive over. And when they came off, that plate dipped down into the ground. Some scary stuff.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, there was a few close calls, missed a turn a couple times, but it wasn't. It could have been a lot worse, obviously.
It just seemed like everybody in their cars, they act like they're the only ones that have somewhere to be.
Yeah. There's no consideration for anybody else.
No.
It's,
And especially not something as
Yeah.
big as we are. They'll dart in and out of traffic. It's like they expect us to be capable of that same sort of maneuverability.
well,
I didn't get to see Lady Liberty today.
well, the smog and the highway we was on, I really don't think we'd had a good view of it regardless. It's a big statue, but it ain't that big. You haven't even driven for an hour.
We need a break.
I needed a damn break.
We are at a turnpike rest area. And, thank you, my lovely. And I'm thinking about just turning the camera on and video it, because these people here, the guys in cars don't have any idea where they're going or what they're doing.
Did you know on these bottles that will stay back? Did you know that?
I've come to the conclusion that most of the people in this area, if there is an inch of pavement, they will drive on it. We did see a CDL driving school.
Get your CDL from a New York City-based school. We'll catch up with you guys later.
See you. Morning. That's how our day started. Fortunately, it wasn't us. It was another driver. At 3 o'clock in the morning, it's a hell of a way to start the day. I don't care whose truck it is.
Saw red stuff, put the wet stuff on it, it didn't go out, we left. Basically, what it looked like caused it, like he blew a tire on the inner tool on the back of the trailer, and like it got hung up maybe, got pulled over and got stopped. He was traveling with another guy from the same company, went back there with the fire extinguishers trying to get it put out, but no way that our fire extinguishers would get it out. We knocked it down quite a bit. The trailer, and most likely everything in it was probably a total loss. I mean, nobody was hurt. They were in a relatively safe place. There was no reason for me to sit there on the side of the road and take a chance of getting hit. So the fire department was called. I have no idea how long it took them to get there or any of that.
There was a huge, stinky cloud of smoke.
Drove down to the next truck stop and went in, took a shower, did my laundry.
We are now in Ohio.
We're in Ohio. We're gonna get on the. Well, actually, we're gonna get all the way through Ohio today into Indiana and then call it a night.
Go through Chicago area in the
First
morning.
thing in the morning when there was very little traffic.
There's always traffic in Chicago. And the roads suck. We have to be in Carroll tomorrow?
Tomorrow by noon, it's a drop of
We are at a place called, believe it or not, Farner Bakken. We just dropped the load that we brought from New Jersey, and we are in Carroll, Iowa. We have our next load. Our next load's going to take us to
Vernon, Texas.
we have to pick up an empty here at Farner Bakken and take it to Storm Lake, Iowa,
The Tyson plant.
where we will trade it for another loaded trailer. And then we'll take that trailer down to Vernon. I had to check on Google Maps where Vernon is. It's here. Someplace I've never been
Never
before.
been there before.
I guess there's a Tyson plant there. I don't know what's
I've
there.
already looked on the map.
We're going to find out what's in Vernon. Stick around. craving for the simple stuff? Yeah. My simple craving is usually toast. We stayed at Turnpike Rest Area on 35 south of Wichita last night. And when I got up this morning, I really wanted toast with my coffee. Alas, there are very few places to get toast at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I didn't get toast. I got in the truck and we left. We stopped somewhere around Oklahoma City in Love's that had a Dunkin' Donuts inside. I did get a toasted bagel. So headed over to pick up our next load, but that will be next week. So, thanks for watching.
See you.
Bye.